The Jan versus O'Malley fight, I really didn't know which way that was going to go. I felt like both guys had like really high level tools to win the fight. And the fight went which way I kind of thought it was going to go, like a little bit of back and forth. And the only other thing I could have saw is maybe one guy buzzsaws the other guy, like Sean lands a kill shot early, the fight's over, and catches Jan being aggressive and counters him cleanly. And Jan just buzzsawing through him, making Sean miss a shot, cutting him off, and then dropping him. Round one was really hard to score. It reminded me of my fight with Jan the second time. Very, very tough round to score. I have to go back and watch it to see how much damage Sean did versus the control that Jan had in round one. And did that control time outweigh the damage that was done in round one from Sean? Because I don't think Sean landed that much strikes to make it go, oh, yeah, he definitely won. But if you count it up, maybe you can make the argument that, yeah, Sean definitely won the round based on damage over control. And I don't know if Jan did much damage in that round, coupled with his control time to say, yeah, he should have won the fight that round. Now, if Jan did damage and got control time, then I agree that Jan should have won round one. Watching the fight while warming up in the back room, I felt like Jan won the fight. Round two, Jan definitely won in my book, based on what I was able to see as I'm getting warmed up and pumping myself up and locking in. And then round three, I felt it was close until that knee landed from O'Malley. He started to put on some real finishing touches that looked like it was going to get Jan out of there late. And Jan weathered the storm, took him down again, but I thought O'Malley did enough to win that round, landed significant damage. That knee was nasty, cut him open bad. And both guys rocked each other. O'Malley being able to stay in there and hang with him, he showed a couple of things. O'Malley can freaking fight. I've been saying this for years now at this point. O'Malley's tough. He showed his toughness, and O'Malley belongs in the top of the division. So we got those questions answered. Now you look at Jan, he leaves these fights really, really close sometimes. But again, when you have a striking matchup like that, and that's why I feel like guys who could come in and wrestle Jan can change and dictate the pace of the fight because they can neutralize him altogether. And now if you're up on the scores or the striking is even and then you have the control time, you win the fight over a tough savage like Petr Yan. I don't know what he's really going to do, if he's going to look to exercise his right to leave the UFC and go to another promotion. I think that would be ill-advised because I still think he's one of the best in the world. If not, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. One of the best in the world. Razor thin fight. I don't think it was a robbery by any means. Sean did enough what he needed to do. In the moment, it looked like Sean didn't even think that he won the fight. Jan felt like he definitely won the fight, and I know what that feels like. And I felt bad for Petr, and I'm happy for Sean. And it was just one of those. It was a really good fight, man. That's the best I can say about that. And Dana said the winner of that fight would get the title shot. He backtracked a little bit, or a lot of bit. He did a full 180. So we'll see what's going to happen between what happens for him, what happens for Jan, what happens for me. Again, this bantamweight division is hot. And when you got guys like this who are super popular, people want to be dialed in and tuned in to watch these guys. Really good fight. Sean is a true player in this division. And with that said, I finish him in one. No. I don't know. He would be hard for me to get a hold of because of his footwork. And I think he'll be smart enough not to throw any kicks, because if he throws the kicks, he's on one foot and allows me to close the distance really, really quickly and takes away any chance of him landing a kill shot while on one foot. So it would be an interesting matchup to say the least, and we'll see what happens in the future. I look forward to maybe sharing the octagon with him one day.